Love to try to fight Crawford, or even spar. I would love to spar Crawford.
Yeah.
We heard him fight week. No retirement. No retirement. He'll make all them.
But look, man, look, that's the thing. You know,
taking those losses kind of felt like I took the losses too. So now, you know, I try to prepare as much as I can, bro, because I don't want to put my family through that, especially my kids. And you know what I mean? It's hard, bro. My brother lost Terence.
David Benavidez versus Terence Crawford has just been officially confirmed, and believe me, it's not what most people expected at all. Make sure to like and subscribe because this one is shaping up to be something special. As a boxing fan, I have to ask again, did you ever truly expect to see this matchup happen? For months, rumors, interviews, and even flat-out denial circulated from both camps about whether this clash was even possible. Now the tables have turned, the noise is louder than ever, and what Benavidez and Crawford have said about this fight changes everything.
I mean, I would love to try to fight Crawford, or even spar. I would love to spar Crawford.
Yeah.
The thing about that fight that was so funny, bro, they hated each other.
Right.
My brother and Crawford, they hated. So Crawford is a street dude. My brother's a street dude too, bro.
David Benavidez shocked fans last year when he revealed in an interview with Mr. Organic that he would be willing to face Terence Crawford. The motivation was clear, pure revenge. Crawford had previously defeated his brother, Jose Benavidez Jr., back in 2018. David didn't hold back, saying, "I'd love to get that revenge, but I don't think he'd show up. I'd want to fight or even spar with Terence Crawford." That comment instantly set the internet on fire. Fans started asking, could Crawford, known for breaking down bigger opponents with surgical precision, really take on a monster like Benavidez? It planted the seeds for a true dream showdown.
Let Terence Crawford live. That's his weight class. I lost interest in 168 a long time ago. You know, I mean, I know that we could get offered a lot of money to go down to 168, but I'm more comfortable at 175. I'm chasing better beef. I'm chasing Bivol. You know, I'm chasing these other big. I'm chasing Zurdo Ramirez at cruiserweight. You know?
But here's the twist. Benavidez's recent comments about Crawford shocked everyone and completely shifted the storyline. After Crawford's dramatic win over Canelo Alvarez, the tone inside Benavidez's camp changed. Instead of chasing Crawford, Benavidez made it clear he has no plans to drop back to super middleweight. Speaking inside the ring, he said, "To be honest, Terence Crawford should stay there. That's his weight class. I lost interest in 168 a long time ago. I know there's big money to move down, but I feel more comfortable at 175. I'm chasing Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, and even Ramirez at cruiserweight." It was a shock, especially since just months earlier he teased fans with the idea of settling the score with Bud, only to brush it off like old news. Now, his focus is firmly on defending his WBC light heavyweight title against Britain's Anthony Yarde on November 22 in Riyadh. That fight alone is massive, but fans are still left wondering how this rumored clash with Crawford fits into the bigger picture. And if Benavidez is set on 175 pounds while Crawford is dominating at 168, what does that really mean for a matchup that has suddenly returned to the spotlight?
Turkey just posted that this morning, wondering if Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No, man. No, we ain't doing that fight.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts.
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. You know, we just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym.
On the other side, Terence Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, poured cold water on the excitement. Speaking with Fight Hype, Bomac didn't hesitate, saying, "No man, we're not fighting Benavidez. No, we're not leaving the belts. We'll sit where we need to sit for a minute and then, like I said before, get back in the gym and do our thing." That statement only fueled more speculation. If Crawford's camp is publicly shutting down the Benavidez fight, why is it still being talked about so heavily behind the scenes? Is this just promoters and Saudi backers stirring the pot with massive money offers, or do both fighters understand that the financial and legacy stakes of this matchup are simply too big to ignore?
100% confident in himself. I don't know why you wouldn't fight me, especially since, you know, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him. So he never got off.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course, of course. How does five?
You saw De La Hoya call him out.
Five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. You know what I mean? all those fucking dudes in that camp are doing.
Saudi Arabia now plays a major role in modern boxing. Turki Alalshik, the man behind some of the sport's biggest recent events, has already said that Benavidez could face Canelo Alvarez as part of his 4-fight deal with Riyadh season. This is where things get interesting. The Saudis have a track record of making unlikely matchups happen, often throwing record-breaking money at fighters who previously showed no interest. That's why, despite Benavidez claiming he's moved on from 168 and Crawford's camp insisting the fight won't happen, Saudi influence still looms large. Money talks, and in boxing, it often turns fan dream fights into reality. Promoters know that Crawford versus Benavidez would be a massive seller. Crawford, fresh off cementing his legacy by beating Canelo, could face the undefeated Mexican powerhouse in one of boxing's most marketable fights if the Saudis really push for it. Don't be surprised if both fighters suddenly show interest they claim to have lost. But Crawford himself may have other plans. After his win over Canelo, he didn't sound like a man eager for another battle. In interviews, he often mentioned taking time to relax and enjoy life with his family, admitting he hadn't even sat down with his team to map out his next move.
Just, enjoying my family, enjoying, to be able to say, look what I accomplished or what I'm about to accomplish next. So I'm just chilling right now. I haven't even got the time to sit down with my team and talk with them and, things like that.
His comments left fans wondering, could Crawford be considering retirement at the peak of his powers? At 37 years old, undefeated at 42-0, and now a 3-division undisputed champion, a feat no other male boxer has ever achieved, he's already cemented his place in history. Crawford mentioned that his family has shared their thoughts on his next steps. While he didn't say it outright, it seemed they wanted him to step away while on top. That's where the tension lies. If his legacy is already secure, is a fight with Benavidez coming too late, or does he need one more challenge, a high-stakes battle that leaves no doubt about his place among the sport's legends? Crawford has also made headlines outside the ring, adding more intrigue. Just weeks after defeating Canelo, he was stopped by Omaha police for dangerous driving, an incident that quickly escalated.
Seatbelt.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm opening the door.
right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Officers detained Crawford and his companions at gunpoint after finding a handgun on the floorboard, and the story quickly made national headlines. Crawford was later fined for reckless driving, and a member of his security team was found to be carrying a lawful handgun. No arrests were made, and authorities confirmed that all occupants were legally allowed to carry weapons. Still, video of the stop went viral, raising questions about how champions are treated in their own communities. Some fans worried the distraction could affect Crawford's focus, while others saw it as the kind of offering challenge that underscores his dominance in the ring. Meanwhile, as Crawford deals with police inquiries and retirement rumors, Benavidez remains fully focused on his upcoming title defense. While Crawford contends with matters outside the ring, Benavidez is all about what happens inside it. And the discussion doesn't end with Crawford versus Benavidez. Boxing's biggest voices have weighed in, and not all opinions are flattering.
Because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time.
Oscar de la Hoya argued that Floyd Mayweather is far superior to Crawford, stating that while Bud is an excellent fighter, Mayweather's technical skills place him on an entirely different level. That comment ignited fierce debate among fans, with many questioning whether Crawford can truly be mentioned in the same breath as Mayweather without taking on giants like Benavidez. Meanwhile,
the UFC world, Ilya Topuria says that if you guys ever boxed, he would knock you out based on the first punch.
That dude drunk, Hey, a lot of MMA guys, they drink a lot, so he must have been on that alcohol that day.
Roy Jones Jr. offered a different perspective. He believes Crawford might retire soon, but if he doesn't, Jones thinks he deserves a crossover event, possibly against UFC star Israel Adesanya. It's an unusual idea, but it shows just how valuable Crawford has become. He's finally gaining the global recognition that eluded him for years, opening doors to fights beyond traditional boxing. All of this raises a key question: is David Benavidez the true test of Crawford's legacy, or is Crawford already looking beyond boxing? Ultimately, this potential matchup is about more than just titles. It's an epic clash of styles and legacies. On one side stands Benavidez, the Mexican powerhouse who is younger, bigger, and more relentless. On the other side, there's Terence Crawford, undefeated, undisputed, and arguably the best fighter of his generation. Skill versus size, legacy versus momentum. A champion defending his throne against a monster trying to take it. One man is chasing history, the other is pursuing greatness. When they finally meet, who will emerge as boxing's most feared fighter? Share your thoughts and comments below.
So we had went to Omaha the last 3 weeks of the fight. So we're there training. So my brother's like, nah, I want to go show love to everybody in his hood. He goes to his barbershop.
Right.
And then the barber's like, yeah, you know, this is Crawford's barbershop. He's like, I don't give a f, let him come in here.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah, we like.
Alright, folks. Stay updated with the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and more. Subscribe to Boxing Hub Fan and turn on notifications so you never miss any valuable content. Don't forget to check out our other videos. Until next time, peace.